Ladies and gentlemen, this is Eddie Marcus here again. I wonder, am I the only man in America that wants peace, prosperity, and joy for every single individual in this country, citizen or not? If you're in this country, I want that for each of you. Man, woman, child, old, black, white, male, female, everybody. I want that. Am I the only American that wants that for every American? Hey, I want the same thing for people all over the world. That's my foreign policy idea. That which I would want for America, I would want nothing less than for the whole world. Now, if you can be better than that, do it and show us so we can move on up. But until, and I haven't heard anything better than that yet. But am I the only man? Am I the only black man? Is there another black man that would want peace and prosperity for all of us? Is there a white man anywhere in this country? Anywhere, a white man, a black man, a woman. Is there anyone? A few years ago, I was running for president of the United States as a write-in. And one newspaper in another state, I believe it was in Nebraska someplace, where the editor wrote, and he was writing in response to third-party candidates or individuals who are less likely to win, but yet found a reason, justification for a shot at that position. And he said about Eddie Marcus, the problem with him and his ideals is that he cares more for the people than they care for themselves. I read that in that paper over the internet. I was kind of shocked. I was taken back a minute because I truly do wish and want and hope, not only that, struggle for, fight for, speak out for this which I've mentioned to you. And I've done it for quite some time. And as far as I can see, to none effect. But the drive in me keeps growing because I see such beauty in it, and I see such pain and suffering outside of it. And yet I ask today, is there another one of you in this country? Is there? You see, I know there are many of you who say that you want these things that I've mentioned here. Everybody wants peace. Everybody wants to be prosperous. And everybody wants joy in their lives. And so I know that there are a great number of you. But you have an excuse for not pursuing it. Your excuse might range anywhere from you won't get people to support it. Or the excuse might be you get killed. Or that's not the way. All kinds of things. But the truth of the matter is, you don't know how to do it. You don't trust other people to know how to do it. And so it's easier to blame everybody else but yourselves. I know that story. I used to do it. But I'd like to share with you one way. Now, there will be many of you who say that you know the way. Many of you might know many ways. As you say, there are many paths. But I don't know but one way. And that way is this. I'm going to tell you the only way I know that this nation, or any nation, in fact the whole world, can reap peace for the nation and for every citizen. Can reap prosperity for the nation and for every citizen. And can experience joy for the nation, the people, and everybody. Everybody. And that way is this. We must recognize, in order to achieve what these goals are, that everything belongs to someone else. And someone else is a power unseen. Not Texaco, not Jim Beam, not Calvinator, nothing. Not GE, not Hewlett Packard or Bill Gates. Everything belongs to another power. A power that made these things possible. A power that provided just not material only, but intelligence. This stuff you didn't bring with you. And if you brought or learned anything while you're here, you leave it here when you're gone. And this world keeps right on turning, right on turning, right on turning. Without you, before you came and after you leave. So nothing belongs. And we must, in order to achieve the things that I mentioned here, recognize that. And in recognizing that, this whole life is under the authority of a power we can't see, then we accept the fact that nothing belongs to us. And we have to appreciate and respect everything that's made. For it must be genuinely made for a purpose, as are we. And so we know that there are things that are coming amongst us: food, clothing, shelter, education, health care, and so on and so forth. Every last one of us. And so these things we must guarantee to one another. We must not ever say, I got mine, don't worry about yours. No, we should never say that. Because as long as there's anyone out without any of the sources that are coming amongst us all while others have it, then we as a people are lacking the true experience of love. And we, under these conditions, will never attain peace. We will never attain the kind of prosperity. We must put things in perspective. Cars, everything got a blueprint. Everything has a system in order to do the things that they do. And this thing, peace, prosperity, and joy, may have never been experienced by a nation, by the masses. Yet, if we can idealize it, if we can perceive it, then in that perception is a method, a way. And that way is to treat each other as we want to be treated. To treat each other as we want to be treated. No lying, no cheating, no stealing, no killing, no robbing. And if anyone finds themselves trying to break the rules of order, they are just lovingly put back in place. Why? Because it takes a coming together of other sources and power to grow, to have the strength to move. And if a person is on the wrong track, which means selfish, trying to be better than you, or you, or you, no, we're not going for that. That's not happening. And so you get back in line. Why? Because there's no profit out of there. And we guarantee to one another that everybody have the kind of housing that they desire. And in that house, out of all the things that exist in a house, whatever you want in your house is yours to have. Why? Because it is all an expression of love. Love that we, the people, I am inviting you to come into the knowledge of. And in so doing that, we will not only treat each other like we want to be treated and protect each other like we want to be protected. We reach out to all humankind to treat them as we want to be treated by them, to help them be free, prosperous, and joyous. And in time, and I hope a real short time, not only will the United States of America be that beautiful, wonderful place, but other places all over this globe will be the same. And we, for once in our lifetime, or if not, in the closest generation coming to us, can experience such a wonderful way of life. And imagine, if you will, what it must be like in heaven for those of you who believe in heaven. And translate that to here. I want you to know, ladies and gentlemen, that God, another power, I call it God, put all of us here. Put us holy people here. Put us sinners here. Put us what you don't like here. All here. God put it here. And God loves it, according to the stories of history, so much that he sent his only son down here to show us the way. And though we yet have not found the way, God hasn't stopped his loving us. God loves us still. That's why the world keeps going on and on and on. We have an educator. That's the fruit of our seed. It is supposed to teach us, and in time it will. But if we can wake up because of the experience of some others, then so be it. We are blessed. And so these things that I mentioned here today, I really do want for every last one of us. And it's kind of egotistical for one to think that I would be the only power. But ladies and gentlemen, there is only one way that I know of. That's to recognize that all things, electricity, wood, food, bricks, gas, coal, silver, diamond, gold, dirt, rocks, rivers, all of it belongs to another power. We didn't make ourselves and can't do nothing about staying here. So that is under another control. And we got different likes. No one here likes the same as everybody else. We all got our own different things, and even those things that we are common amongst liking, we got our own ways of liking it. We got our degrees and so on and so forth. And all of those are essential in satisfying the individual. And it gives enough drive in the individual to participate by the gifts that one has been given that brings them ultimate peace, prosperity, and pure pleasure in doing, because it is their calling. It is their contribution to this whole new world order that I'm speaking to you about. And it entitles you to enjoy. It's like everybody painting a picture. And having contributed in the finished product, every last one of you can stand back and look at it and feel as complete as you desire to feel. Why? Because you participate. Society is the same way. When you can participate in all of the things, all of the goods and services that we might grow to aspire or want, and we have all created in that finished product, and now we can all sit back and take away from it. There's no need to lie. There's no need to cheat. There's no need to steal. There's no need to kill. There's no need to have war. There's no need to do anything, because we recognize now that we are as important as anyone, and yet we are not more important than anyone. Why? Because God is our power. God is our source. Now, am I asking too much of you? Am I asking you to reconsider? Because these things I really want. And wanting these things, I know that they can never be gotten within the system that we operate under. From capitalism, the only democracy of it would be that you all have a chance to participate and say yes. Or if you want to, no, just say yes. And the rest, there's no other way. We just got to walk that way if we want peace. And you know what? It's not killing you. It's opening you into the free folds of life. That life can flow from you to you. from you to you. And those of you who are getting old and ugly and worn out, you might just come up with that fountain of youth people have always been looking for. Well, I'm going to leave that with you right now. This is Eddie Marcus, spokesman and advocate for basic human rights for all people. And that means you, every last one of you, in your present bodies, in these days and in these times, having the experience of a life by experiencing your dreams. That you're working together, that peace, prosperity, and joy might be the fruit and the benefit of your life. And it only happens because you were awakened one day and recognized that the things that you were dreaming for were just there waiting for the input of your hands, your feet, and your mind. And we've come there. And now the seed is planted. The growth is taking place by you and I. Bye-bye.